Hi there. So, we're here today talking about reflective listening and journaling. We're putting the two together. It's very exciting. So, we've spoken about journaling a little bit and how useful I find it. And obviously, with journaling, there is already a certain amount of reflective listening. You're already thinking about, writing down your thoughts and thinking about your emotions, depending on how you use a journal. People use journals in different ways. Personally, I use it as a tool for self-discovery and like thinking other things out. Being able to put myself from a distance from it a little bit, so that I can take a look at it, maybe through less, when I'm feeling the emotion, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's easy to get lost in it. So it can be easier to do this, to get it sort of more objective. Now, okay, relax. Sorry, got a little anxiety there. So, when you're writing some stuff down, we talked about this, it helps you to really process your thoughts and your emotions, and it can provide you a lot of clarity. And this is also, like, it's a private space. You can write down your experiences, you can track your progress and kind of listen and understand your true self and maybe what you need. Figure some stuff out. When you sit down to write something, I'm sorry, I'm just taking a look at my notes. When you take the time to write down your thoughts and emotions, more thoughts and more emotions are going to rise up. And these will help you even more. And you can reflect on what they might be telling you about your current state of mind. And this, if you're journaling in the moment, it's a very useful tool, because it also helps you acknowledge and validate your inner experience. Now, a good idea might be to, if you're feeling nervous about something, write out, like an event or something, you can write out your expectations, your worries, your hopes, and you can talk yourself out of something like that. You're like, if you find the reasons, like, okay, no, you can encourage yourself. You can listen to what you have to say and what you're feeling, and you can acknowledge it and validate it. But then you can also say, actually, if I look at it this way, or there's this thing that I could be grateful for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's a good thing. So, and it also helps you listen to yourself. It's easy when you're just kind of walking around, or maybe even sitting and walking around. You're not sitting and walking around. That's not what happens. Maybe you are sitting there or walking around and thinking your own thoughts, thinking about, like, listening to them, but then you get distracted, you know what I mean? Like, you don't finish the thought, or you do finish the thought and you just completely forget. And you sit down to write out your thoughts. Excuse me. I don't know why. But when you sit down to write out your thoughts, you have to keep with the one thought. I mean, you go to the next one when you're done writing it, but you have to finish the thought. You have to process things differently. And then you can ask yourself, set aside some time to kind of look over stuff, identify patterns, look at your internal dialogue, see, like, what am I saying to myself, and what is the result? Like, what kind of languages am I using? Am I being supportive, encouraging, or am I telling myself shitty things all the time? Because telling yourself shitty things all the time is shitty. So an exercise you might do is, you might sit down and kind of at the end of the day or whatever, kind of reflect on how the day go, what was your sort of emotional experience, and just kind of reflect on the stuff the thoughts and the emotions that kind of stood out to you. So yeah, and that helps you kind of digest the day's happenings. We're done with this video. So, I am very grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for the ability to come to you through the airwaves. And I'm just going to remind you guys that even if you're like, what the hell am I going to talk about this time? You can't always choose to have a grateful day.